Welcome. You have entered Movie Fun with Imperial. Here to do a movie review for Life of the Party, starring Melissa McCarthy. If you are familiar with Melissa McCarthy's movies, she's always free-spirited. Whenever I see her in interviews, she's free-spirited. She comes off as a real good person. The character that she plays on the screen is the character that I see in her interviews. From the first time I actually seen her in a film with the movie Bridesmaids, and she really stood out in that movie, her character. And since then, that character I kind of really just followed her along the way in her movie roles. Since then, I probably only had like one movie I didn't care for. It was the movie Tammy. Didn't care for that one too much, but all the other ones I could rock with. Boss, the spy movie that she was in. This movie is by far, to me, in my opinion, the funniest movie that she has been in, and I really enjoyed it. This is graduation time. It's Mother's Day weekend. All the components lined up to make this like a good fun movie to watch. It was funny from beginning to end. It also had a meaning that I got out of it. So also, to take this back, this movie is relative to another movie that from the 80s called Back to School with Rodney Dangerfield. And it's kind of the same similar type plot, but it was the father, which was Rodney Dangerfield, and he ended up going back to school with his son, who was on the swim team, and he was the man when he was in college. And he never finished. He became a successful businessman. But Back to School in the 80s was a hilarious movie. True moviegoers know about Back to School. And this movie is reminiscent to that movie. So let's get to Life of the Party with Melissa McCarthy. Her character's name is Deanna, Dee or D-Rock. She also had one of the girls from Bridesmaid, Maya Rudolph. That was her friend in this movie, who played a good co-star role. That she played a good for her scenes that she was in. She did real good. She was funny in there, and I enjoyed watching her and her scenes. It is just basically from the mother, her daughter's senior year in college. They're dropping her off. You can see the relationship between the mom and the daughter. Very close relationship, and she's attached to the daughter, and then bam, the father hits her with he wants a divorce. I don't know if there's any good way to tell somebody that you've been with for a long time that you want a divorce, but he did. He was kind of a dick about it, and on top of that, he was already seeing somebody else, so that made it worse. So she's crying and she's upset, and the next scenes it shows her telling out her spiel, and you think it's somebody she knows, it's the Uber driver. Meanwhile, it's a cameo of her, Melissa McCarthy's husband in real life. She always gets a cameo role in her movies, which is awesome. I think that's cool. He always, in this film, he's an Uber driver, so he always plays some type of little cameo role in her movies. And then it goes to the scene where she links up with her father and mother, and the dad is basically saying forget the husband, and that's a whole funny scene right there. And so it goes from there. She breaks it to the daughter, and then the daughter, light bulb goes off. She gets herself where she wants to get back into school. Now, this is where the meaning comes from. like most situations, a lot of the times it's normally the mother or the wife puts their life on hold or their career and becomes a housewife and they take care of the kids. In this instance, it was only one kid, but she dropped out of school because she was pregnant with the daughter her senior year in college and became a housewife, and she never pursued with her career and she never finished college. Meanwhile, the dad chased his dreams. She didn't get to chase hers. And then to come 20-something years later and to go through a divorce at that age, it's like, okay, I put my life on hold and I didn't chase my dreams because I was doing for the betterment of the family or the union. So that's a meaning, and there's a lot of women who can relate to that situation right there. But the meaning that I took from it also is that it's not too late. And for women that have experience and that have done it, they can attest to it. That it's not too late, no matter what the situation is, to get back and finish school or get back in life and start to enjoy life again, even if you have to start over from scratch or whatever. And women that haven't took that step, that's nervous or whatever, they can look at that movie and relate to it and be able to say, let me just try it. And they won't know until they try. So it's, on top of being funny, it has meaning to the movie. Plus it's Mother's Day weekend. It just all went in effect. So a lot of the stuff that you see in the trailers and on TV is like a lot of the funny moments. It's still some other funny moments throughout the film. So all in all, it was a real good film. I think it was her funniest film that I seen her in. And out of my 4-star rating system that I go by, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 4. And when I give my ratings, it's based upon what I think the movie is supposed to do, what it's supposed to mean for. And it does exactly what it's supposed to do. It's funny, kid friendly, well, not too young, teenager friendly, and family fun. You'll be able to enjoy it. I'll watch it again. So I'm going to give it a 4 out of 4 star rating. And stay tuned to the next review. Subscribe and like. Share the video. Signing off.